How much money are you leaving on the table? How many leads are you missing out on because people don't know you exist? How much missed opportunity has passed you by because people don't know you exist? Hi, this is Kathleen Gage with Power Up for Profits and the 100 Club, where we help bona fide experts get 100 podcast interviews in record time. What we do is we teach you the strategies on how to put a system in place where you know exactly how to find the shows that are looking for experts like you, and to find you in a really, really short period of time. Now, it amazes me the number of people who say, I want to leave my mark. I want to make a difference. I want to fulfill my purpose. And yet, when they get in front of this, which is a microphone, or they get in front of a camera, they freeze and they don't do everything in their power to get their message out to market. The reality is if you have something that can make a difference in people's lives, you owe it to your market to do everything possible to put your message out there. I just got off of a webinar. I need to move my microphone in because I'm not shy from the microphone. But I just did a training for a group of people in the pet industry. And I love animals. I do a lot of animal rescue. We have 2 dogs, 3 chickens, 3 horses, and a cat right now. Over the years, we've had a ferret, we've had a goat, we've had lots of dogs, lots of cats, and you give it enough time and you're going to go through a lot of animals. I mean, we actually do a ton of rescue. And so anytime I can work with people in the pet industry to help them get their message out to market, I'm all over it. And yet it always amazes me, the people who say that they have such an important message. Their products and services can make a huge difference in people's lives, but they're not doing everything in their power to get their message out to market. And one of the best ways to do so is with podcast interviews. Real simple. Get on podcast shows and do an interview, which is basically a conversation, and you'll reach more of your market. Now, the reality is also you have an opportunity to make sales as a result of being on a podcast show. Now, I've said this many, many times. Don't go on a podcast show and sell. That's not what a podcast interview is for. A podcast interview is set up to create value for the listener or the viewer. It's really that simple. And if you have your back-end systems in place, your website, your blog, your social media channels, your expert one sheet, all of that information, if it's set up and you're on a podcast interview and people like what they're hearing, chances are they're going to go check you out online. Now, the one thing that I encourage people to do is make sure that your website is visitor friendly. What I mean by that is it ready for people to visit? Really simple. Do you have some kind of an offer for people or a way that people can get on your subscriber list? Do you have your social media handles so that they can click the icon and go to your social media channels? Do you have information about what you do? If you're an author, do you have a link to your Amazon page? All of that is being visitor ready. And you want to do that before you really go out there in a big way to get lots of interviews. Because once you start doing a lot of interviews, you never know who's going to be hearing you, who's going to be seeing you, who's going to be visiting your website. I'm working with a client right now. She has nothing in place on the back end. So before we do anything, before we really push for her to get interviews, and she's an expert in Catholicism, and before we really get out there to put her information to market, we're actually getting her website set up, we're getting her blog set up, we're getting her expert one sheet set up. All of this is being put in place before she looks for interview opportunities. And I encourage you, first of all, I encourage you subscribe to this channel. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now. Hit the bell notification and do me a favor and like this video, because the more people that like the video, the more it goes out into YouTube universe and other people can benefit from the information. But the thing that we're doing is we're making sure that we have her back end really solid before we go out and look for interview opportunities. Then the next step is finding those interview opportunities in the niche shows that are a fit for her. Hers happens to do with Catholicism. So we're going to look for shows that are all about Catholicism. And we want to make sure that we have everything in place so that she can fully benefit from it. So if you're looking to get on a lot of shows, make sure that your website is set up right. Make sure that your blog is set up right. Make sure your social media platforms are all set up, that your branding is done. All of that would be well served to be taken care of before you look for a lot of podcast opportunities. Then from there, go out and look for the opportunities. Now, if you're not quite sure what to do, I would encourage you, get my directory. All you need to do is go to powerupforprofits.com, powerupforprofits.com/directory, powerupforprofits.com/directory. Right now, as of the taping of this video, we've got 325, and I've got it beeping. I don't know why that was beeping. That kind of one thing, little squirrel. But one thing about having a Garmin is I can measure my success. And that's what you want to do with your podcast shows. You want to measure your success. How many people did you reach out to? What was the conversion rate? Did you get any response from being on the show? But again, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're organized in a way that you get the result that you're looking for. So again, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification, hit the like button, and go out and be seen in a big, big way. Be heard in a big way. Because if you've got something that's going to make a difference in people's lives, you owe it to them, you owe it to yourself, you owe it to the end result to do everything in your power to get your message out there in a big way. This is Kathleen Gage with Power Up for Profits and the 100 Club, encouraging you, do what you need to do to get your message out to market. Have a great day.